Do you remember where you were on September 11th, 2001? I do. Let's talk about it and why we should remember. Bonjour. Mishko Pognon, Quain Adishnakas Magnodem. Hi, everybody. My name is Sandi Boucher. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan, a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Treaty 3 territory in Northern Ontario, and I created this YouTube channel to help reconcile Canada. Just a nice little goal that we should be able to pull off by Tuesday, don't you think? I realized that there were so many good-hearted, non-Indigenous Canadians who didn't understand what reconciliation was to start with, definitely didn't understand what it was going to take, and they didn't understand why it was important. What I bring is an Indigenous view. I help you see what things look like from our side of the feather, because I know you have empathy. I know you have understanding when you have the information. I'm here to give you that information, along with maybe some teachings and my opinion on what's going on in the big general world. Today is September 11th, and I don't know about you, but I'd be willing to bet you remember where you were when the towers came down. I can remember I was married at that point. I was getting ready to go to school. I had gone back to school. My husband had the day off. We had the news on in the background as I was getting ready to leave. And we knew something had happened, but wasn't really sure what yet. So I jumped in the car and headed to the campus. And as I walked into the main building of the college I was attending, I had to pass the cafeteria. And there's a TV in the corner of the cafeteria, or there was at that point. And all I remember seeing is everyone was in a tight circle around the TV. And I thought, what is going on that has everyone's attention? Because that's not usual. Even a sporting event, there's going to be some people that aren't into that particular sport or sports at all. And then I got to my classroom, and there was some buzzing among the students, but I wasn't really going to eavesdrop. And then the instructor walked in, and I can remember, you can tell that she was overwhelmed. And she shared with us that the towers had come down, that planes had hit the towers. And a few minutes later, we heard about the Pentagon. All I could remember, or all I could think of in that moment, was how much I wanted to be home and how much I wanted my kids right next to me, so that I could wrap my arms around them and make sure they were safe. As Anishinaabe, as an Indigenous woman in Canada, that is a feeling I have often, because this country isn't known for how kind or welcoming or comforting it is to Anishinaabe people, Indigenous children, Indigenous youth or adults. That attack on September 11th was not Indigenous specific, but it was an attack on humanity. And I have long said that you cannot advocate for inclusion. You can't rally against anti-Indigenous racism if you don't rally against all racism. You can't just scream when you're under attack and say nothing when your next door neighbor is. So today, on September 11th, I will remember the towers. I will think of and say prayers for all the people that were lost that day and all the loved ones who now have to grieve and continue to grieve. I have no doubt in my mind. Because on other days, I want you to think of us. And I want you to think of our children that were taken and continue to be taken. Our children that should never have been taken. The ones that didn't get to come home. And the loved ones left behind to grieve that still grieve. Today I will think of the towers because I'm praying that tomorrow you can remember us. Take care of yourself. I love you. Until tomorrow, bye-bye.